Hello. Hi guys, happy Monday. Hope all is well. I hope everybody is doing great. Hope you had a restful weekend. Hope you were able to get through all of your tasks. Hope you were able to take some me time and rejuvenate, refresh, press reset for the start of this new week. I know of some ladies who would have had some me time during the week this week. So their me time wasn't on Sunday, but it was during the week because they came to the To With Grace Salon and Spa and had a facial done or a massage done or both. There are some that are taking full advantage of our special for this month of July. You would see behind me our happy birthday sign and balloons up because you all are celebrating my birthday with me this month. I am giving customers a treat. It is not cut in half, it is more than 50% off my usual price for my facial and my back massages, and so you all are getting the opportunity to be gifted from me for this month of July. I had a queen who came on her birthday and she just thoroughly pampered herself. She did her hair, she did her feet, she did a massage, she did a facial. I said, girl, you are the epitome of self-care and as to how to treat yourself for your birthday. It was beautiful. I thoroughly enjoyed providing my services to her. It was a treat. It was a treat having her, and there are several other queens coming through this month who would have celebrating their birthday and have booked facials and massages. There's this queen that is coming through the day before my birthday to get hers done, and she said I'm doing everything. So she booked up a massage, she booked a facial, and she's bringing a friend who also is born in July as well. And so looking forward to meeting all of you and sharing this month of celebration with you all. For those of you who have not booked as yet, I am just saying, we're just doing this for July. The 30th and the 31st will be at the retreat, and those ladies there will be getting their spa specials done. They'll be getting their massages and their facials. I'm suggesting that you book before the 30th because I won't be here. We'll be at the guest house swimming away and getting our self-care done. So I'm advising you to check the calendar, call quick and find out what dates and times are specifying times, because some days I'm literally going and just will be changing sheets of the massage table and taking appointments because I want to get as much of you in as possible. So I'm advising you all to hop in quickly and get your massages done. So today I am going to do our scheduled devotional. I am trusting as usual that it is a blessing to you all, and that it will have the impact and the influence that I intend for it to have, hoping that it helps transform your life in some way or the other for the better. And I'm trusting that it helps as you deal with the ups and downs of life, or something that you might know about a friend that might need to hear something like this. I pray that it helps wherever the need is. So today, we're in Daniel and Genesis, but you are reading, because if I go to read the full account of these fellas that I come to talk about today, we might be here forever, and you might watch the time on the video and just tell yourself, nah, Melina, I'm serious. Look how long this thing is. So I am not going to do the reading. I'll tell you to read Daniel chapter 3 from about verse 8 Read from verse 8, and then I'll send you in Daniel chapter 6. Read the whole thing, and then I'm sending you in Genesis 37 and 39, where you read about Joseph. So, what I want to talk about from these three portions of scripture that you are going to read so that you understand where I'm coming from is the fact that we're dealing with impact and influence. You could be going through a very trying, difficult, uncomfortable, life-threatening situation while others are looking on. And the thing is, you don't know if the individuals looking on at you may need a blueprint as to how to handle difficult, uncomfortable, life-threatening situations when they are faced with it. And so it is our responsibility, as much as it lies within us, to be imitators, followers, representatives of Jesus Christ in every area and circumstance of our lives. It is not easy. When you read the lives of these men that I'm mentioning here, the three Hebrew boys, Daniel and Joseph, none of the situations were easy. In fact, they could have lost their lives on occasions, and God preserved them. In fact, when you read about Joseph, you will see, and the Lord was with Joseph in the midst of his difficult, uncomfortable, very unfair circumstances and situations that he would have had to deal with, and the Lord was with Joseph. For the three Hebrew boys, they did what was right. They were not supposed to bow to any idols and worship any other god besides the true and living God, and that is what they did, and their lives were at stake because of it. In fact, they were thrown into a fiery furnace and they should have died, but God and the Lord was with them. And then we have Daniel. The man was happy. He's pray. He was praying. He went and prayed, and he ended up into a den of hungry lions, and an angel had to shut the mouth of the lions. The Lord was with him then too. And I just want to encourage us that even if we are going through difficult, uncomfortable situations that seem unfair, that seems just wrong, know that God is not far away while you are going through these experiences. In fact, Jesus, the fourth man in the fire, Jesus was with the Hebrew boys in the fiery furnace. An angel came and shut the mouth of the lion. That to me is the presence of God with you in difficult, life-threatening, horrible situations. And as it pertains to Joseph, it was written, and the Lord was with Joseph. Impact and influence. You don't know who watching while you go through your testing period. I beg, model Christ as much as possible. Model Christ as do it crying, do it do it bawling, do it. Just do it as much as is possible, so that the person or persons looking on could successfully navigate their way through, and I'm saying through because God never come and take the Hebrew boys out of the fiery furnace. He never came and take Daniel out of the lion's den. He never came and took Joseph out from his difficulty. Prison never opened and he walked out. When the woman tell her husband that she raped him, he didn't make him disappear and vanish into thin air so that they couldn't catch him and put him in jail. They had to go through their difficult, trying situations, and sometimes they just want to say, Lord, nah, you want to excuse me on this one. I need permission, please, to leave this class. Permission, please. I'm not setting this exam. Permission, please, to leave this class. I will reset another time. I'm not doing this exam today. But he don't do that. So I'm saying while you go through, you may be teaching somebody how they should posture themselves as they themselves have to go through their situations. So I read it. So Daniel chapter 3. Remember, impact and influencer, and we don't know who watching. So while they were being thrown into the fiery furnace, verse 24 says, Then Nebuchadnezzar the king was astonished, and rose up in haste, and spake and said unto his counselors, Did we not, so people were there, right? People were there watching on. Did we not cast 3 men bound in the midst of the fire? They answered and said unto the king, True, O king. He answered and said, Lo, I see 4 men loose, walking around in the midst of the fire, and they have no hurt, and the form of the 4th is like the Son of God. Then Nebuchadnezzar came near to the mouth of the burning fiery furnace, and spake and said, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, ye servants of the Most High God, come forth and come hither. Then Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego came forth of the midst out of the fire. And the princes, watch how much people watching. And remember, he spoke to the counselors before. Verse 27 said, And the princes, the governors, and captains, and the king's counselors, being gathered together, saw these men, whose bodies the fire had no power, nor was a hair on their heads singed, neither were their coats changed, nor the smell of fire had passed on them. Then Nebuchadnezzar spake and said, Blessed be the God of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, who hath set his angel, and delivered his servants, and trusted in him, and have changed the king's word, and yielded their bodies, that they might not serve nor worship any god except their own God. Therefore I make a decree. This is outer, so outer their outer their fiery furnace, outer their heat and persecution and trouble, because of them and how they stood for because of what they stood for, a decree was made. Therefore I make a decree that every people, nation, language which speak anything amiss against the God of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego shall be cut into pieces, and their houses shall be made a dunghill, because there is no other God that can deliver after this sort. Then the king promoted Then the king promoted Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego in the province of Babylon, all because they stood for what they believed, for what they knew was right. A decree was made, promotion was given. I am saying, the princes, the governors, the counselors, who else they call? The princes, the governors, the captains, the king's counselors, all of those who were gathered have now in their mind, I should stand for something. And if I stand for it, even if it calls for my life, I should go. I will lay down my life because this is what I stand for. That's the example them 3 Hebrew boys set. And because they stood by that, the whole nations knew about this, because a decree went out that nations had to follow. Nations. I want to tell Ole about, let me go and find Daniel. Daniel chapter 6. It's really pretty boy was praying in Daniel chapter 6 after they threw him in the lion's den. I will read from verse 19. Then the king arose very early. So this is after, so backstory. So some men tried to set up Daniel, and they influenced the king that nobody should pray. And the king made a decree. Because these men knew Daniel prays at least 3 times for the day, they set up Daniel and went and told the king, look, you made this decree, and Daniel, who the king was very fond of, is praying. And so he had no choice, because he already made the decree, but to throw Daniel in the lion's den. So fast forward into verse 19 where they hold Daniel and throw him in the lion's den because he break the decree. Verse 19 says, "Then the king arose very early in the morning and went in haste unto the den of lions. And when he came to the den," now mind you, remember that the people who set up Daniel, plus the king, is aware that this is the trouble Daniel facing. And when he came to the den, he cried with a lamentable voice unto Daniel. And the king spake and said to Daniel, O Daniel, servant of the living God, is thy God whom thou servest continually able to deliver thee from the lions? And Daniel said unto the king, O king, live forever. My God had sent his angel and had shut the lion's mouth, that they have not hurt me. For as much as before him innocency was found in me, also before thee, O king, have I done no hurt. Then was the king exceeding glad for him, and commanded that they should take Daniel out of the den. So Daniel was taken up out of the den, and no manner of hurt was found upon him, because he believed in his God. Verse 24 says, "And the king commanded that they brought those men which had accused Daniel, and they cast them into the den of lions, them, their children, and their wives, and the lions had the mastery of them, and break all their bones in pieces, and or ever they came at the bottom of the den. Then King Darius wrote unto all people, nations, and languages." So this is our next king now, writing to nations and languages that dwell in all the earth, "Peace be multiplied unto you. I make a decree that in every dominion of my kingdom men tremble and fear before the God of Daniel, for he is the living God." Stand for something, eh? "He is the living God, and steadfast forever, and his kingdom that which shall not be destroyed, and his dominion shall be even unto the end. He delivereth and rescueth, and he worketh signs and wonders in heaven and in earth, who have delivered Daniel from the power of the lions." So Daniel prospered in the reign of Darius and in the reign of Cyrus the Persian. I just saying, you don't know who looking on and might come to call out to see if you're alive and well while you're going through your difficult, troublesome, life-threatening situation. My encouragement to us, if we go and reread Joseph, you will see that Joseph, he also was promoted. And I just want to encourage you that it may be rough, like real rough. You might feel to get up and cry every day, every time you think about the situation that you are facing, every time you think about what it costs you emotionally, mentally, to go through physically, because these men's lives were threatened. So it might physically cost you something, emotionally cost you something, mentally it might cost you to go through your trying period. My admonishment, and I am, trust me, I am speaking to myself. Go through your difficult situation and go through it with the right mentality, your right heart position, that if God delivers me, thank you, Jesus. If he doesn't, because that was the case with the 3 Hebrew boys, if we perish, because I think that then you're throwing the man hot of the furnace 7 times hotter. The people who throw them in the fire died. First the furnace was hot. And he didn't even go close to call them out. He went by the mount of it. So that means you ain't go and pull no door. You stand up and you call them out. He himself didn't want to go. So your trying situation might be hot. It might be really, really hot and intense. And it might take quite a bit out of you emotionally, mentally, physically. But I am saying, you are not aware. You do not know if it have captains, princes, governors, and counselors looking on at you. friends, family members, children, spouses that might be looking on as to how you handling your difficult, trying period. And that might bring you promotion. It may not, but it might. And the promotion mightn't be here, you know. It mightn't be down here, it might be promotion with God. God might watch you and say, boy, she leveled up today. Michael, she handled it well. Put aside an extra ruby for her when she come up, just for how she handled this test here. You don't know. You don't know the favor you might experience, because Daniel experienced favor and he prospered not just with one king, not just with King Darius, also with the prosperity and the favor. It went up with him. it transitioned. You know, when you're doing he got exempt. You're able to use your credits. His credits went on with the next king. So let me tell you, this life is a university, you know, and I'm telling you, sometimes you'll be in some classes and you're just telling yourself, nah, I'm going to fail this course. I'm going to fail this course. God, if you don't help me, I'm going to fail this course. And some of them, you doesn't even want to ask God for help. You just tell him, I think I'm not going to this. I'm not doing this course, I'm going to take the F. Sometimes you just want to tell him, I will take the F. And I'm not redoing this neither. I'm okay with the F. I don't want no R from redo. I've taken an F. But I am just saying, it is more worth it to go through your trying, difficult situation and pass it and trust God to take you through it. So until next time, guys, be safe. Social distance, wear your mask. I know they're planning to take away, in fact, yeah, mask done. I'll be wearing mine. I'm just saying, be safe, y'all. Be safe, be extra safe, and go through your tests successfully, because others are looking on. Have impact and influence. Enjoy your week, guys. Be safe, be safe, be safe. Please be safe. And yeah, go through and come out successful. Have a great week, guys.